I feel that development for the final product went much better than my preliminary task. Time management still wasn't on point as I was trying to finish my work last minute. However, the analysing of existing media products and creating tasks for my final product were done straight away, so I could focus on my final product. It is clear to me that time management is a vital element to making my coursework successful and up to its highest standards. As the deadline came closer, I once again realised that I was pushed for time and behind schedule in completing the final product. The problem with lack of time management means that my work will look rushed. However, I did allow myself more time than I did on my preliminary task, which means there's a big difference in the quality. If I was to change anything on my front page, it would be the key image. Although the mise en scène represents the right genre, the position she's standing means that not a lot of text could be displayed, which made the front cover dull and less appealing. If I was to change anything on my contents page, it would be the fact that part of the background is white. It looks very odd and means that the dead space stands out. If I was to change anything on my double spread page, it would be the images, as there is not a group shot that brings them together as a band. When doing my final product, I took into consideration what was faulty on my preliminary product. My background image to my front cover was an image which included a lot of colour, which meant that text would be hard to stand out, so there was a lack of text. In order to not make this mistake again, I used a black fill colour for the background, as everything stands out against black, and the key image did not have a background to it. However, what I did like about my preliminary task was having an editor's message, as it is a common code convention used and it helps pump up the audience. In my preliminary task, I didn't do a double page spread, so I didn't have previous experience of this and didn't know what I should and shouldn't do. However, I still took into consideration what I didn't like about my front cover and contents, as they can sometimes be incorporated into a double page spread. My planning was done on time, which meant I had drafts ready that I could use as a starting point for my product. I included a lot of detail into my drafts by using real images of artists and typefaces. This helped as I had an idea of typefaces and the mise en scene needed within the images to represent my genre. My final product doesn't look exactly like a particular draft. I included elements from each that I liked so that I loved my final product, making it more successful. A problem that I have overcome for my preliminary task is my negativity. I have become more positive as I am comfortable with the programs I use and barely have to ask for help. I have learned how to completely change the colour of something. For instance, the photo reel was all black, but I changed it to red to match the colour scheme. I have become much more confident within design altogether through placing images, editing text, and using columns, even though these are simple things. I was not as confident using them in my preliminary task. However, if I hadn't experienced it within my preliminary, I wouldn't be in the worst position.